Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today, we've got a cool story to share. There's so many cool people in the coin roll hunting or in the coin collecting community and the silver and silver stacking community. Here's another example. I got a guy named Bob who has been watching my videos for a while and commenting. I really always enjoy his comments. And he was so kind, he thought enough to send me some error coins that a neighboring dealer had at his table. And because Bob knows that I'm into like errors and varieties. So I'm excited to check these out on the microscope, and if these are really what they say they are, these are going to be some cool things to talk about. So let's check them out. Oh, and Bob, thank you so much. Bob W. I don't want to butcher your name. Wojciechowski? Wojciechowski? I'm so sorry. Anyway, Bob, you're awesome. Thanks so much. Let's check them out. All right, so we've been investigating. And so we pulled them out of the 2x2s and threw them on the scope. And let's go through them all and check them out. So there was this one here, it said that delaminated reverse, and you can tell even without the scope that's definitely jacked up there. You can see it all across, and everything's kind of filled in here. So I don't know if it also has like a die crack or failure or whatever, but pretty cool. So that's a P, 1943, so that's silver, 35%. So that's cool. So in this one is marked 1943/3, and we'll put this one on the scope and we'll see what's up with that. This one's an S, and it's got kind of a really, really shiny appearance, so it's kind of neat. There were no more proofs after 1942, so and wouldn't be S anyway. They were made in Philadelphia. So anyway, rambling. Be right back. All right, so here's our 1943/3, or what they're saying is that, and I can kind of see what they mean a little bit, but I'm not aware of a 43/3. There is a 43/2. But you would see something kind of going this way. So this one, I don't believe. I think that's just machine doubling. So, but still, pretty cool. All right. So next one up here is the 67. This is a double die reverse, DDR. So we will put her on the scope and see. And so that looks cool, but that again, that's machine doubling. That's a classic one there. So definitely not true doubling. So, and it's always good to double check around. You can have combinations of machine doubling and legitimate doubling, but not seeing anything here. So usually towards the center of the coin, I mean if it's true doubling and you see it in the center of the coin, that's usually more legit. But yeah, this does not rise to it, so it is not a double die. But again, cool. Alright, so this next one says double die date and chin. And so that would be on the obverse. And so, what do we have here? On the chin, they say, the chinny chin chin, and so that does look a little bit funky there. Oop, I gotta turn this off. This does seem kind of raised up. I did check for like some of the classic, more recognized doubling, and it does not appear. But look at that G. That is wild. It's like etched out or something there. So that is kind of cool. So I haven't seen anything listed for this. I don't think it's a true double die averse. Oftentimes you can see it in the initials, but it's not there. But that does look interesting, so I have to check that out. And the date, it does have a little bit of weirdness going on. Let me focus in on that a little better. I'll be right back. Alright, tried to focus in a little better here, but I'm gonna have to call shenanigans on this one too, I think. I think this is all just machine doubling. So, although it does have kind of a little bit of a split there. So I'll check this one out a little further. Maybe I can find something on Wexler's or Variety Vista, but I don't know if that's damage or what with the G like that. And that does seem raised up. So anyway, I'll check that out a little further, and we'll see by the end of the video if I got something to add about this one. Alright, next up is another double die reverse, 1967. So, and what? Oh, turn this on. And so this one is another machine doubling, and very pronounced in the half dollar. So, but again, always pays to check, and so that's tempting looking there, but it's not true doubling when you see all that other. Now, if you saw like splits in the stars or something like that, that's a different story. But I would say this is machine doubling. Really not much doubling up here. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, it's kind of flat, and it doesn't split the serifs the right way to be true doubling. So it's just kind of offset here, but still neat. I thank you. So we'll keep. Oh, that's interesting, but no. Alright, so the next one is a 1968D. I know you can read double die reverse. So this one is kind of neat condition. So let's see what we got here. 1968. And so it's always good to check the designer initials. Oh, yeah, this is this one's another machine doubling. With the way it's offset like that, it's cool, but it's not true doubling. So not worth a hoot. Well, it's worth the silver, and that's cool. So Bob, I'm blown away here. We still have to. I'll work something out. I know you said you don't want to trade, but gotta do something. Alright, so this next one, I guess I forgot a 67. This one is a double die profile, they say. Let's check it to a note. So this one, I would say, also is machine doubling. That one is pretty cool looking. It does have kind of like a silhouette almost, or like a doubled image of the facial features, but because it's flattened like that, I don't believe it's true doubling. That's along the neck there as well. So this one, I do not believe is anything except machine doubling. That one looks interesting, but no. I think just because of the way it's so flat looking. So you can see it on the 9, the way it's offset like that. So alright, and so the last one is the 1968 tripled mint mark. So, and this one is in nice condition. And as I touch it with my fingers, so I don't, let's see here. The 6 is interesting, the way it's kind of split, and so they say tripled mint mark, and I don't know about that. Not really appreciating that aspect of it, but let's see here if we can, whoops, if we can bump it, I guess. Let me see if I get a different perspective without so much glare. I can see kind of something through there, but not really seeing any kind of triple. It's thick. It's thick. There's a little bit of an edge there, but I don't know. So, yeah, let me try to get a better. Alright, well, before I could get over to like reposition for the mint mark, this caught my eye. This is interesting. So something might be going on here. That's a little different than what we have been seeing for the machine doubling. So the 1 looks interesting as well. So has kind of more of a rounded appearance, and I don't know, some of the letters are a little bit thicker, like the G looks a little thicker, and that is crazy. So, okay, we're back to this here. Let me get in closer. Right, so this here is a completely different story. This isn't machine doubling, this is the real deal. So this is a DDO 1968D. And gotta figure out which one it is now. But pretty cool. See the split 6 right there. Look at the U. Yeah, I think this is, oh, and there, see, earlier I was telling you the designer initial. Look at that. I think that's the real deal. So, let's figure out which one this is. I'll be right back. Alright, so our research has come back positive. We have, actually this is a triple die obverse. This is FS 101 1968D. And so it's a triple die obverse, and now I can kind of see, it looks like there's almost 3. There's 1, 2, 3 right there. So this is so cool, Bob. Um, the condition is not, and here you can also see the splits there. So, condition isn't great, but it's not too bad. Ungraded, I think I saw one on eBay sold for $20, but graded, these would be in the if it's a MS64 or so, I think they're close to $100. So that is cool. So it doesn't show on the entire, on all the devices on the coin, but in God we trust definitely has it. So that N is sweet. So this is cool. FS 101.
Alright, I mentioned FS 101, and here's the entry in the Cherry Picker's Guide. And I didn't notice it at first. This is a crap picture. You can't really tell. I mean, mine looks so much better than that. So it's FS 101. And so the FS stands for Fives Stanton. It's their system for nomenclature. So, and that is one of the recognized ones by PCGS. So pretty cool. They don't recognize like all the different double dies, but usually if they're in this Cherry Picker's Guide or if they have an FS number, they'll recognize it.
Alright, so this was a lot of fun, I must tell you. So thank you so much, Bob, for providing the fun. Man, very generous and kind of you to have sent these. So I would say these are mostly just machine doubling if there was something interesting on those. But these two have legitimate variety type things there. This one with the delamination is cool. And then this triple die obverse. So this one had been labeled as a triple mint mark, and I really couldn't see it on the mint mark, but when I went in on the other lettering, especially the In God, that was sweet. So very cool. So thank you so much, Bob, and everyone else. Thank you so much for watching Coin Sense and Nonsense. And until next time, bye. Bye.